Okay, I just wanted to do a live stream of why I've been so busy that I haven't uploaded a video. Um, Kind of what has been going on was I had like two storage containers, and the city was kind of angry about where they were located, so I've had to actually move them. And then, like, the great thing is I have like a great friend named Trevor, and he lets me use his trailer all the time. So yeah, I mean, it would have been so much more difficult to do all this stuff without being able to use like his trailer and stuff like that. So I've been kind of just moving stuff around. Right now, I kind of have the cars at the shop because I need to now move them to go to back into the container. I kind of had to move everything out of the containers. Well, I had to move everything out of both containers to actually be able to move them to the new location, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of good and kind of bad because the good thing about it is that moving all the stuff out of the container, I don't have to strap any of it down, don't have to worry about um, stuff getting damaged or anything like that. The bad thing is I had to move everything out of the containers to get them to be moved. So yeah, I mean, I think if some people have watched my videos for quite a while, this is my 72 240Z. I've had it for quite a while. I really haven't done much to it. I mean, for how long I've had it, it probably should be like nice, but it definitely, it's just kind of been in the like planning stages of what I'm doing with it and stuff like that. So, I mean, I have a lot of parts for it, but it is in like a project stage. These are pretty much all the boxes of parts and all that stuff. So for the 240Z, I have a couple more, but it's pretty much a bunch of brand new, like new old stock lights and stuff like that. I have split turn signal park lights, which are actually very expensive. They're from the 432 in Japan, and those cars sell for like 500 grand. So getting a pair of those corner side marker lights is actually pretty hard to get, and especially brand new in the box. So, um, and then this is my old coupe. What happened with this was I had it painted. Well, so what happened actually? So we'll go way back. I used to drive this. I drove it all through high school. I've had it since 2005. Drove it all through college, and I had it painted halfway through college. I had a body shop paint it, uh, and I think what they did was I had coilovers on it at the time, and I had the camber adjusted. I think what happened was they thought that the strut towers were bent or something, so they pulled the strut towers straight, which pretty much just kind of destroyed the strut towers and all that stuff. I didn't find out until I tried to put a Tanabe strut tower bar on, and then I was pretty disappointed. And then I kind of looked into some stuff. You can see right here it's actually creased. So, what my plan with this thing is to actually fix it. Uh, I've had it for so long. I mean, I I've put a lot of money into it. It doesn't look like it right now because all the parts are off of it. But I mean, I just I don't know. I don't know if I could actually get rid of it. But here, I'll go to the other side. I mean, just the front looks like crap, and I guess these wheels look like crap too. But so yeah, the paint on it's really nice. I mean, this is probably, I don't know. It's probably one of the nicest paint jobs on a 240. There's probably some nice ones, but this car's been painted since, I don't know. I'd say I don't know, maybe 2008, something like that. So, and it's always looked this good. But I mean, just I want to get it back together. The plan is either to, well, I'm not exactly sure what the plan is. I want to get the frame all back to where it needs to be. I need to actually find another. I need to get a strut tower. I need to get all the sheet metal for. I pretty much need to get the whole strut tower, the whole like tub thing right here, as well as the other side. I need that whole like top frame rail, the strut tower. You can see how it's all wrinkly from when they pulled it, and then that whole section too. So I mean, it's not that much work, but it definitely is disappointing that I have to do that. Another good thing about this car is it's original heads-up display car and an actual KA-DE manual, so it wasn't converted. It wasn't SE. When I got it, was pretty, it was like a gunmetal metallic, and it was definitely faded. So when I originally bought this car, I paid $1,500 for it. It has a like a Nismo two-way still in it. I don't think there's any oil left in it, but you know, I'll have to kind of go back over all that stuff when I get closer to that. I think there's two engine possibilities. Well, there's three engine possibilities for this blue coupe. So one of those, which I've been kind of thinking about, and you know, it's kind of I don't know, it's almost what I should do, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to do it. But it would be to put my 2J in it with the BorgWarner 9180, and I'd recirculate the wastegates because I wouldn't want them to be too obnoxious. But this is one option right here. The other option is, a long time ago, I used to have a fully built SR. I still have all the parts. I had a head gasket issue with the engine. I tore the engine down. So pretty much all I need to do is have the block decked. I have a fully built head, and I have an ECU for it and stuff like that. So I could put a fully built SR in here with, I'd have to order a different BorgWarner. I do have a Garrett for it with a, I think it's a full race V-band manifold or something like that. And right now I have a 3076 with a tile exhaust housing, stainless steel exhaust housing that I could put in here. I also have a fully built KA. Well, it's not together. I have all the parts to build. Let's step back. So I have all the parts to build a fully built KA. I just never have. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it's either 2J with a CD09. Well, I think anything I put in here would have a CD09, and because I'd rather have a 6-speed in it. So 2J, built SR, built KA. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it, and it's kind of to the point where I need to figure something out with it, because I haven't driven it since 2011 and it's 2018, so it needs to definitely get back on the road. It's kind of sad to just see this thing sitting in my container, especially since I used to drive it all the time. Another thing is the Z. It's kind of sad that this thing isn't driving, because it's such a nice Z. It barely has any rust. It has like the normal little spot right here, but I'm gonna cut this out for the fender flares, because I want to run some 18s on this. I already have the flares in there, and I have quite a bit of parts. I was almost thinking about putting all this right-hand drive stuff in it, but I decided against it. So yeah, I have this Z. This Z, there's no questions. RB is gonna be in it with a CD09. So sooner or later, this will be RB'd and all that good stuff. So let me read through some of these comments, because I've been just babbling. Somebody asked me how many projects do I have? I have too many projects, and the house project's the biggest one of them, but it's almost done. Let's see. 2JZ. Let's see. Neither of these were from my grandma's. Somebody asked if these were from my grandma's house. The coupe that's at my grandma's is an LS1 coupe with T56, and pretty much all I need to do on it is a fuel system. And this was my original coupe that kind of started off the whole like drifting 240 S13 fad that I've been in for, or rut, or whatever you want to call it, that I've been in since like 2005. 2JZ. Yeah, I've really been kind of pointing towards the 2J on this thing. I mean, once maybe a color change, not too drastic of a color change, even though the paint's so nice. So what happened, I don't know. It's just kind of, I need to paint a fender. I have a brand new fender in there. Well, I have quite a few brand new Sylvia fenders. Oh, and I didn't even show you guys that. So let me find the little thing. So one of Trevor's colors for the Supra was the blue. And I actually was planning on painting the Z this blue. So I've really been wanting to paint the Z like this blue for a long time. I saw this on like, I think it was on a Toyota RAV4, like a newer one, in like a 2011 or something. And I saw it and I was like, I want to paint the Z that color. So I've really been thinking about painting the Z this color. But the thing is there's so many blue Z's that I don't know if I want to really add another blue Z to the picture. But who knows? But I really like blue Z's. And but the thing about it is the color on my coupe is actually a Ford truck color. And I really think that, I don't know, it's a lot darker. So, oh, whoops. Yeah, so it's a lot darker of a color, a little bit, you know, it pops a little bit more. I don't know. I really like this color, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So I have some decisions and some choices to make that kind of need to, I don't know, once my house is sold, it's definitely going to, I don't know, I'm gonna have to make some decisions about houses, finishing up some projects. So actually I have a mystery box. I think this is the right box. Ooh, hold on, let me read some of these comments. Let's see. I don't want to put the 2J into the Z. I definitely, RB is the only way to go with the Z. Yeah, both of these cars were in my shipping container. Actually, it's going to be an R34 RB26 head with a RB30 bottom end. Yeah, so this is what the RB30 will be in, this car. And some, you know, it'll be lower with some suspension stuff that I've designed. So somebody asked me what my background is. So I went to school, so I started off in college as a mechatronics engineer. I went and did that for 3 years. I don't know, I had some issues with a couple of the teachers, and I kind of veered off and actually finished up my degree in business administration and automotive. So I pretty much have the same exact degree as Jesse, just I almost completed an engineering degree before I got my other degree. And then, for work, I was an engineer for Cummins for 3 years, doing high horsepower natural gas and digesters. So I did a lot of like 30 kilowatt to, we had 2 meg, and then we had some larger stuff than that, but they discontinued it because we like closed the factory that built it and stuff like that because so many quality issues. So that's kind of my background with that. But yeah, I know the whole Devil Z thing. I mean, I really like these in blue. There's so many blue ones. Everybody paints these things blue. The original color of this car was the same color as that VR4 wing, which was silver. And let's see if I can. And look at that. That strut still works after like 100 years. So the original color of the car was, you can see it down there, silver. If I could get this stupid thing out of here. Yeah, so the original color was silver, and this is why I love Colorado. Look, no rust. Look at that, no rust. So yeah, it was originally silver. That was probably my other choice. So, you know, it's either that blue, the Toyota blue, silver, or Lotus makes a royal purple color that I would really love to paint this car in, but I also want to paint the VR4. I also want to paint it that royal purple, so I wouldn't want to have this and the VR4 royal purple. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Something will happen. But ooh, what's up Ireland? John, how you doing? The green, I don't know if I'd like this in green. I don't know. It's almost like a jade green. I mean, so somebody said leave the paint as it is and then just 2J. Oh, are you talking about the coupe? I mean, with that, I have to weld all that stuff in anyway, so I'm gonna have to end up painting the engine bay. The body is perfectly straight, so I really wouldn't have to do any body work to it. All I would have to do is pretty much get the bay ready, paint the bay, and I would just have to kind of scuff the car and add a new color, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. The bay would be more work to actually paint. So one thing I want to show you guys is the other complication of the whole 2J process. So my 2J, the 2J, I'm gonna have to run water to air. The reason I'm gonna have to run water to air is because I don't want to cut the front bumper, because everybody cuts them. So I have a new fender because my other fender got messed up. I have the side skirts that aren't actually on the car. They're the OEM, like K's or Nismo or wherever those are, right here. And then over here is my aero bumper. It's painted the same color as the car, and it is not cut, which is why I don't want to run an actual intercooler. I want to run water to air, just so I don't have to cut it, because I could just put the intercooler kind of behind the radiator and not have to worry about it, which I'll probably run a Chase Bays radiator, so I don't have to cut up. I don't know. The funny thing is I don't want to cut this car up, but it's already so cut up right now. It's kind of comical. So let me see what some people are saying. Ooh. 2J swapped the floor sander. I probably should. RB30 twin turbo. I'm not exactly sure which turbos I'm going to go with. I may end up, so the plan is either running the same exact setup as the 2J, a 9180 EFR, or going smaller with two, I think they're 5160 EFRs, but I'll have to figure that out when the time comes. Ooh. Millennium Jade. I'll have to look that up. So somebody said a list of all the cars and engines I own. I'd have to kind of think about the all the cars, but all the engines I own, I have a few RBs, the 2J. I have a lot of SRs, a couple Ks. Um, what else? VKs. Some of those 6G things from the VR4, and a lot of pieces and stuff. So it's kind of just it's more of just like collecting stuff than I have a few built engines, but I mean it's more of collecting than actually having. I don't know how to explain it, but and then you just like, as long as you keep, I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I have quite a few engines. I'd have to probably think about the list for a little bit. Midnight purple. If I thought about doing like a purple, like a Nissan purple, I'd probably not do a Nissan purple, and I'd go with that the same color as the giver. Hold on. I'd go with the same color as the giveaway car was, and maybe do this in like that. What was it called? It was like I don't know. It's like a copper purple thing, but I'd go with that. Ooh, a vote for the colors. I'd have to see what Millennia Jade looks like first. Oh man. So, I mean, my blue. Somebody asked if these are just going to be street cars. So this was a street car slash. I used to drive it. I mean, so when I first started, so we'll go back. So in 2005, when I bought it, as bone stock, open diff. I mean, the first mod that I did to it was put a Nismo two-way in it that I ordered from Nissan. I'm actually friends with the guy from Nissan now. So I ordered that from Nissan. I didn't put it in because I didn't know what I was doing. So I had a shop install the Nismo two-way. Since then, I've built a lot of diffs. So I know I should have done it myself. But so I got the diff. I freshened up the K. It had like a timing chain rattle when I bought it. I pretty much did the whole timing. I did a high volume oil pump and some other goodies to it. And then the closest drift event that I didn't have a truck or trailer. I just had this. It was like my daily. I drove it to work. I drove it 4 hours each way, stock KA. Just had the tires that I brought on like stock SE wheels and like a two-way diff, 4 hours each way, all the way up to Greeley from Pueblo, and yeah, I like drove it up there, drifted all day, then like packed all my like random stuff up, and then drove it all the way back the same. It was pretty. I don't know. I wish I like made YouTube videos back then, because it would have been like a great like video, because I didn't have a truck or trailer. I know a lot of people do it, but like thinking of like how I just like trailer like drift cars and stuff now, like me and Trevor like trailer this, it will like bring the BMW, we'll bring like all these cars. But back then I literally had to drive my car to work, and then I would drive it to like drift events on weekends that were like 4 hours away, because back then like there wasn't that many drift events held. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh yeah, that Interlagos fire or whatever. Oh man. Oh, so we're I don't know. Trevor's kind of in between swapping the Mustang with the 2J. I think. I don't know. I think like the EcoBoost would be better in the Fox body out back, like as a drag, like do like a cheap drag build almost. That would be cool. Put it in that Fox body, make it like a drag car. But and then 2J swap this with a CDO9. I think that would be pretty tight. But it's up to him. So let's see. I think this is the box with some goodies for the Z. Yeah, so this is some stuff for the Z. I mean, these are very hard to find. And so these are just normal ones. These are split housing lights, brand new, but I don't have the box for them. So this is just all the like random stuff that I have saved up. Well, this is like one box saved up for the Z. And let's go here. So this is a clear housing, the same thing. It's a park turn signal, but they're for the like 432 Fairladies. These are also off of Fairlady, but it's not the 432. So I just have these, but well, I actually have like two sets of them. And then I think these aren't these like the turn signals for up front? I think I got these. Yeah, so brand new corner lights for the front. That thing's so close to the Mustang, it looks like it's touching. No, but yeah, so a pair of brand new corner lights. And what else do I have in here? I have all kinds of, oh, here's another set of corner lights. Some new emblems for the side pillars. So a pair of new emblems for the side. Oh, and then this guy, I think he was in Turkey or something. He was making these. They're actually pretty cool. And then I also got from him, he was making, I don't know if they're in here. Oh yeah, he was making titanium keys, and I got some from him as well. I just haven't cut them yet. Man, I have a lot of these corner lights. What are these? Oh, these are new handles for the doors inside. And what is this? Grill retainer. Oh, this isn't for a this isn't for the Z, but this is cool. I was actually thinking about putting it on the Z. On the Z grill. An old GTR emblem off of old GTR. So I don't know. I have some parts for the Z. I just need to actually work on it. Ooh, almost dropped it. Tight. Oh, and then I have these. I think I have 3 of these. Yeah, I have 3 of these. So these are the, let me go back. So these are the emblems that replace these like Datsun ones right here. I know I'm a rice boy, but I like the fairly easy emblems. It's better than the Datsun ones. So yeah. It's hard putting this stuff in a box with one hand. All right, so yeah, I need to actually like really work on some projects, I think. But you know, once I get the whole house situation situated, I could think about like these two projects and all my other projects. So I need to figure out what wheels I'm going to run on this car, but once it's running and all the suspension. Let me see what you guys are saying. Ooh. Yeah, so somebody asked about the Z engine. It's RB30. It's a 1972, and that's a 1991. Even though it looks like, I don't know, they both kind of look like they need a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, I just need to kind of put some time into working on them, and you know, figure out this whole JZ. I need to I don't know, this whole like JZ right here would look so awesome in that coupe after it's like the frame and stuff was fixed and all that stuff, and then me and Trevor can have a JZ battle, you know. Yeah, JZ battle. I don't know. Garrett, actually it'd just be a Garrett versus Borg Warner battle. So yeah, we could see what they do on the dyno, even though, you know, it wouldn't, mine wouldn't be in a Supra. It wouldn't be in a Supra. It'd be in something though, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I need to actually get to working on some stuff. Trevor's building up a bike collection. I was riding this yesterday. I look like a giant riding it, but it's kind of cool. It'll be nice to, I don't know, it'll be a nice little pit bike. So yeah, that JZ, I don't know, I'm gonna do a head gasket and head studs on it. So I'll go over what I'm gonna do to the JZ as well. Let's see. Here, let me read your comments first. Oh, so somebody said they sold their Z. So I don't know if the lady's still alive that I bought this from, but I literally went to a garage sale, and it was in her barn, and you know, barn finds. But yeah, I actually was like, hey, you want to sell that? She's like, oh yeah, it was my husband's. He died like, I don't know how many years ago. She's like, it's just been sitting. And I was like, well, you wanna sell it? So I got it for $1,000. It was all together, and I got it running and driving kinda, and then I kind of look, it's sitting again. I didn't accomplish anything. And then I cut holes in the fenders for the mirrors and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was actually a good find, because it was actually like somewhere where it wasn't going to rot. I mean, it has a little bit of rust, but not too much. So maybe when I'm done with it, I could see if she's still alive and take her for a ride in it. So somebody said, hold on, what did they say? Oh, somebody asked about the Z color. It might be like the Toyota blue that Trevor might have painted the Supra. It might turn into that color. So the plans with this JZ, somebody was asking about the compression. I checked it. Everything checked out fine. But one thing I'm going to do to it is Trevor is going to pull his head off and have the machine shop pretty much redo it. I'm going to do the same thing because this thing looks like it's almost been sitting way too long. So I don't want to have a bunch of smoking issues and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the head. I'm going to have the valve seats redone and get a new head gasket, like a Cometic, HGAS, something like that. I might do a Gates or a HGAS timing belt. I'm going to go with Tomei timing gears, new timing stuff, and what else? I don't know, some other stuff. New seals, new valve cover seals. I'll powder coat the valve covers, so I'll have the valve covers powder coated, and then I need to figure out like a coil situation because I don't have any coils for this or any like of the coil brackets, and then oh yeah, my oil filter housing. If I can ever find a good machine shop to make it, I thought that I had. I thought that I had one, but I ended up they didn't never contact me back. And the one up front was too expensive. I'm gonna get an ATI damper because my damper was like it looked like somebody hit it with a hammer or like hit another engine or something when it's in shipping. What else? Oh, new water pump because mine had the water pump for the it was a water pump slash hydraulic pump for the fans on like a Supra, and I don't know. I think I'll do a rear main seal back here. I have that OS Geiken clutch for it that I'm going to use with the 370Z Trans. It's over here. I have to. Oh no, I'm going to have to. I went the wrong way. Let's see. So, oh yeah, here's the color. So somebody was asking about the Z color. Thinking about painting it this color. That color. Maybe. Okay. And here's the clutch for the Z. And, you know, some, no, this is a clutch I'm using on the JZ. Sorry, this is the clutch that's going to go on the JZ, not the Z. Too many Z's. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Oh man, what's going on here? Okay. Am I married? No, I am not married. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a long story. I had a girlfriend like a year ago, and now I don't. And you know, I just filled my life. I filled my life with projects instead of headaches. How about that? Let's see. With a V160, man, if you don't buy it, send me the link and I'll buy it. 3K for 2J with a V160. I'd buy that instantly. I wouldn't even have to think about it. Maybe one day I'll find a cool wife that's like down with cars and stuff, because I have too many projects too. So, recap. I was actually thinking about getting all the HKS belt and the gears. I don't know. I like the Tomei gears because they have or maybe the Titan gears as well, because they have. So the HKS ones only have 3 bolts to hold on the cam gear so it doesn't move. I don't know. I kind of like the 5 bolts that the other ones have, just because like I don't know. So many things can happen with timing, and I just don't want to have. I know HKS is like a really good company. I just don't want to have any issues with that kind of stuff. The Korean, no, the Korean girl from the memes. No, she was Chinese. She was Chinese, but yeah, it was that girl from the memes. Ugh. What, I don't know what's the difference, Dave? What are you referring to? Projects, not headaches. Maybe I should turn that into like a T-shirt. But I don't know. Trevor has like a really cool girlfriend, and maybe one day I'll find a cool girlfriend. So. I think I might end up making a video of like all my projects. That probably, I don't know. I'll probably do that in like the coming up weeks. I think that'd probably be a good thing. It may be like where the projects came from and kind of like where they're going, kind of video. That might be a good video to do. And let's see. You guys can see my feet. Send me a read in the comments. Somebody said, you want to come pick her up. What am I picking up? Would I ever buy an Evo or a Subaru? If I got an Evo, it would definitely have to be like an Evo 3. But if I did get a Subaru, I mean, I don't mind like the '05 STIs, but I'd probably have to get like a 2.5 like Impreza 2-door, like actual manual one. That'd be kind of cool. So, I mean, bowl of cereal. Oh no. Can I finish the LS soon? I I probably need to actually finish the LS. I was actually thinking about working on it. One thing I need to do is so a long time ago I bought like a Siki swap kit for it, and ended up, well, I didn't even buy a Siki swap kit for it. I just like bought a Siki swap kit, and then I ended up swapping an LS into an S13. Yeah, that's better. Ended up swapping an LS into an S13. What ended up happening was I got the wrong mounts with the kit. There are S14 mounts instead of S13 mounts, and I don't know. I called them. They wouldn't send me like replacements, but I'll just have to end up buying a kit. That's like one of the main reasons that I really haven't worked on it. Another reason is my house. So, I mean, the whole house situation, once it's finished, I'll be very, very happy. Ooh, thanks. Yeah, I'll have to look at the whole V160 thing. If it's definitely 3 grand for a 2J and a V160, that is like, I mean, me and Trevor might be making a trip to wherever that's at. Hmm. How are the floors? My floors are they're like really nice. I can actually like be proud of like people coming to my house now because they don't look like crap. Do I have any off-road projects? I don't. I think like the last off-road thing I did was when I got my first car. I like rallied it. Well, and my like third car, I rallied it. I actually took my. I used to have a Subaru. I took a shortcut through a train yard, and the speed bumps and train yards are not very forgiving. So, just an FYI, if you're going to take a shortcut through a train yard, don't hit the speed bumps at over 70 miles an hour. Let's see. Oh man. What's the next project I'm going to work on? I'm not exactly sure yet. Oh, it's in England. Oh man. So, I don't know. I talked to somebody asked about like getting sponsored and stuff. I've talked to a few companies, but I like don't have a following. I mean, Haggard Garage and Trevor and Adam and like Taylor and all those people have like Big Boost. All those people have like a huge following, and I don't have a large enough following to even like, I don't know, even consider like asking companies for like free stuff because, or like discounts on stuff because my videos, I mean, Trevor like will post a video and it'll get 25,000 views, but I'll like post a video and only get like 500 to 1,000 views. So even like if I was like the company, I'd just be like, why are you contacting me? And that's really why I haven't contacted any companies to like work any deals out because I mean it'd just be like a waste of probably their time, and then I'd end up wasting my time as well. So let's see. So somebody from Australia, DJY Motor Media, what's up, man? Um, you know, I used to be into like dirt bikes before I like got a car, and after that, I kind of just gave them up. I mean, I don't know, I used to ride dirt bikes and stuff like that, but I haven't like really done it in so long. It'd almost be like I don't know, and I don't have like health insurance and stuff like that, so I really don't want to like be doing crazy jumps and stuff like that, and like break my leg or my arm, and then like not have insurance to like get it fixed. So that's kind of why I've stayed away from motorcycles, I guess, for quite a while. Show us more from ZZ. I don't know what that means. So, I mean, I'm probably going to. upload. I don't remember what I did for the video. I think I was working on. What was I working on? I think I worked on the SE or something because I ran the tranny cooler over. But yeah, I like ran the tranny cooler over, so I replaced that. But I'll probably post that tomorrow as the video, and I'm gonna start moving some stuff around and have to move all this stuff to the back into the container. So I mean, somebody asked how long have I been in the shop. Well, before it was me and Trevor in the shop, and now it's just Trevor. I just help him, so he lets me like use the shop and stuff sometimes. But I mean, I think it's been like 5 years, at least 5 years that Trevor's been in the shop, and I was here for I think a year or year and a half, something like that. But then I moved up to Minnesota. Oh man, cheese balls! I was eating some of those earlier, but if I find an FD for cheap, or at least a reasonable price, I'll do a an RX-7 build. Ooh, what's up, Irish drift scene? What the? What's up with this dude? So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I mean, we've been on here for almost an hour. Thanks for watching. Uh, I mean, do I like an R34? Yes, I do like an R34. Oh man, these comments. So thanks for watching. Until next time, subscribe, comment below, let some people know about my channel, and yeah, see ya.